Ted Turner, a very successful entrepreneur, once said, "My son is officially an entrepreneur." He said, that's what you're called when you no longer have a job and you're unemployed. Now, obviously, there's a lot of humor behind what he's saying, but what he's trying to say is nowadays everybody wants to call themselves an entrepreneur. You see it today on Twitter, Instagram profiles, everywhere. Entrepreneur, visionary, LinkedIn, all this stuff you see. But I can relate because I remember what it was getting started as a brand spanking new entrepreneur. But today I want to tell you about 5 levels of entrepreneurship and how you can one day be a pro in your world of business that you're in right now. So let's get right into it. Lowest level of anything we do in our lives. It all starts with interest. Let me explain to you what it means. I have an interest in playing the guitar. It's cool. I saw a movie, the guy played the guitar. I liked it. I have an interest. I'm interested in basketball. I saw a game. I thought it was cool. I'm interested in the game of basketball. I watched a movie. I really liked the way that guy acted. I'm interested in the making of a movie. Interested. I have an uncle that's a successful entrepreneur. I have interest. It's kind of cool when I talk to him. Then after interest, you take a little bit of action and it becomes a hobby. What is a hobby? I like the guy playing a guitar. Now I went and bought a guitar. Now I'm playing a guitar as a hobby. I do it every once in a while. I watched a game of basketball. Now I'm playing basketball at the local YMCA once every other week. It's a hobby. I saw my uncle as an entrepreneur. I started a side business, but I'm just dabbling. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's an online business on Amazon, eBay. It's a hobby. Then it becomes an amateur. An amateur is somebody that if you go play basketball against an amateur basketball player, you know what you're doing. So you know how to have a pickup game, 5-on-5. You know how to play the guitar and maybe to a girl and say, I'm going to play a song to you, and the girl's going to say, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing, right? Maybe you know how to start your own business and you started your business as making some money, but you're not doing it full-time. You still need a job to pay for your expenses. You're doing it part-time, and you still have your full-time gig, so you're not a pro at it yet. Then you become a pro. What is a pro? I'm a pro basketball player. People pay to watch me play. People pay to watch me sing and play the guitar. People pay me to run my business because now I'm a pro. Pros, the only way where the money comes from is from their business, meaning they live off the income they make from their business. So I'm not talking about a gig you do on the side. That's still an amateur. I'm talking about all you do is run your business, full-time entrepreneur. You cover all your expenses. You take care of your family, kids, husband, wife, whatever it is that you got. You're making the money. And the last level is a league of their own. Now, a league of their own is somebody that everybody knows about. If I tell you a famous guitarist, you could give me a name. If I tell you a famous basketball player, you can tell me a name. If I tell you the guy who's an entrepreneur, league of their own, everyone around the world knows who this person is. That's a league of their own. Very, very, very small percentage ever get to the league of their own. Now, I told you I was going to give you 5 things you can do to compete at being a pro in your business, whatever that business is. So let's get right into it. Number one thing that you constantly need is to constantly measure success. Constantly measure success. It doesn't matter what it is. In order to constantly measure success, I need numbers and I need reports so I can study trends. I need numbers, reports so I can find and study trends. I'll give you an idea. We started a YouTube channel because we were interested. Hey, it's kind of cool. How about we make a video and start teaching some people through video? Back in the days, it was CDs, too much work, sell it, burn, all this stuff. Let's just put it on YouTube. That was kind of cool. Then it became a hobby. Let's do a video here, a video here. Then we became amateurs. Let's do a video every week. Then people want to pay for it. Then people want to pay money to be endorsed and money to have all this other stuff. Then it became like, this is a business, right? But what happened with it? We studied numbers. So when we first started the YouTube channel, we got to our 50 subs or 100 subs. I'll never forget, we got to 100 subs. We have 100 subs. Oh my gosh, we're big time, right? And then we got to 1,000 subs. It took us 2.5 years to get to 2,000 subs, right? 2.5 years to get to 2,000 subs. The YouTube channel's been around roughly for 4 years. 4 years it's been. A lot of these other YouTube channels you see 12 years, 11 years. Since inception, 11 years. We've been on for 4 years. Yesterday, our YouTube channel got 2,409 subs in a single day, one day. So what took us 2.5 years to do, we did yesterday in a day. Now what happened here? I put Mario and Paul aside and I showed them the trends. And I was showing them, I said, look at the channel, what's been happening to it. This is exactly what it was looking like. It looked like this. We looked at the reports, we looked at the stats. I said, the YouTube channel is about to experience an explosion anytime soon here. And Mario's like, why do you say that? I said, just look what's happening here with the trend. Something's going on here. We're about to have a breakthrough. Boom! A month ago or 6 weeks ago, next thing you know, subs started going this direction. We're averaging 900 subs a day, 1,000 subs a day, 1,200 subs a day, 1,300 subs, 1,400, 1,700, now 2,000 subs in a single day. Trend. Same happens with your business. When I used to sell back in the days, when I first got started as a brand new gym salesman or selling insurance, I would measure my calls. I make 200 calls. Out of the 200 calls I made, this many people answer the phone. So 240 people answer the phones. Out of the 40 people answer the phones, 20 booked an appointment with me. Out of the 20 that booked an appointment with me, 6 bought from me. Out of the 6 that bought from me, 4 of them gave me 10 referrals. Out of the 10 referrals that I got, I closed 3 of them. I would measure everything. Then I would measure what's the best time to make the calls. When I called at this time, people weren't good. When I called that was perfect. Sunday nights were great nights for me. Saturdays were my money maker. I loved Saturdays. Everybody would take days off on Saturdays. I worked Saturdays and I worked Sunday nights because those were great days in my business because my competitors didn't want to do it. But because I was constantly measuring success. The next one is PDR. PDR is constantly practice, drill, rehearse. 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 Non-stop. You do it so many times until you can do it with your eyes closed. Non-stop. I still, 1999 working at Bally selling memberships, I still remember the script till today. Thank you for calling Bally Total Fitness. How may I help you? Great. You called that a great time today. By coming in today, you can get started as low as $5 down, and your monthly payment will break down to be $4 to $10 per week. What is it that you want to do with your goals? Do you want to? I have the script till today because it was PDR. I said that script so many times in my mind and I recorded and listened to it until it became natural to me, right? This is one thing amateurs to pro, they're not willing to do. You got to take PDR to a whole different level. Hobby to amateur, they're not willing to do because it's just too much work for them. I don't want to do that yet. Then you have next one, patiently aggressive. This is a tough one because in the world of business, you got to be patient, but you got to be aggressive. Lincoln once said a very, very important thing about being patiently aggressive. He said, good things do come to those who wait, but only the things left behind by those who hustled. One more time. Good things do come to those who wait, patient, but only the things left behind by those who hustled, leftovers. You don't want leftovers. You want the best of the best. That's why you got to be aggressive and you got to be patient. Do your part. Whatever you can, do your part to measure success, to constantly practice, but then be patient because it's around the corner to you. Because the next step is very simple. You need an example of success. In every one of these examples, what you do, you need an example of success. If you want to be a great guitarist, you need an example of success. A guy that performs at a place, you go and ask him, say, can you show me a couple of things? What mistakes am I making? Well, do it this way. Tilt it a little bit. Why do you do it that way? Bring your head up. Watch if you bring it here. Do fingers like this. You're doing it too much. Small things they could tell you, you'll make those adjustments for you. But you need an example of success that tells you this is what I'm fighting for. I can model these behaviors. MJ modeled, David Thompson, Kobe modeled. Everybody needs something to model until all of a sudden you become a pro. Then you have an opportunity to become a league of your own because now you're adding your own game to it. And last but not least, this is the one that nobody can measure. This is the one thing that I can't do anything with you and nobody can do anything with you. You've heard me say this in many of the videos. It's desire and the fact that it matters to you. If it matters to you, you will figure out a way to go from there to here. I guarantee you. If it matters to you, you will figure out a way to go from being interested in something to hobby to amateur to pro to a league of their own. So today's message, very simple. 5 levels of entrepreneurship. So my question for you would be to comment on the bottom. Which level are you currently right now? And where do you want to be? In what industry? So I would say, I'm currently treating business as a hobby right now. I'd like to one day be a league of my own. And I'm in the real estate business. Great. Let us know on the bottom so maybe even other people can comment with you. And then if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, Paul, let's see if you can make a better throw. I think that's a pretty good throw right there. Okay. Hey, by the way, we are this close to 250,000 subs. I think right now we're at what? 243,000 subs as of this video being recorded. For all of you that have loyally followed Valuetainment, let me tell you something. We love you. I love you. The Valuetainer fans, you guys are amazing. You are such loyal followers that we have here on this channel that I can't wait to do our first live Valuetainment conference, a 3-day conference. We're thinking about doing, we haven't fully committed to it yet, because I want to meet every single one of you from all over the world that have the courage to be an entrepreneur. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button here And Luis, let's put an image of the notification. Join the notification squad by clicking on that alert button. You'll be one of the first to get a text, a notification from your YouTube channel, from Valuetainment, saying the video is officially up, and you'll be one of the first to watch the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.